G'day friends, today I'm going to do a fret level, crown and polish on my Pango guitar neck that I finished. Well, when it arrived, I mean it was pretty good, reasonably good, but still needed work done on it. But don't forget I have saturated this with oil now, so things may have moved. The first thing I'm going to do is mask off the fretboard with our wide tape and our narrower tape, and I adjust the camera down there, put him in the middle. I'm grabbing a long piece of tape to start with. That's the side done. Let's get some other bits of this and do the frets. And there. Actually, so you know what's going to happen. If I put another green one on, it's going to be too wide. So I have to start with the white and get them doubled up. And there. And there. And of course, when this becomes too wide, I'll cut that up the middle, and I'll come back to the recording here when I've done this, because I don't need to bore you with this detail. Next thing I'll do is make sure all the tape is securely where it's supposed to be. And swap it around. Do the same for the other side, eh? And looking at these Pango frets, there's a lot of cheddar mark. They're not good, and that's actually flat. Now that I can see it all close up. Why is that fret flat? So is that one. Yeah, no idea. We'll live with it. But it just goes to show, if you actually are buying a guitar kit, you might want to know how to do this, or you might want to pay someone to do it. Because is it going to be a great playing guitar? Nope. Out of the box, no. No chance. Okay, now we've got that out of the way. Let's mark all the frets with our Sharpie. I should have bought a flat tip Sharpie so I could do it that way. I don't have that. I have this. That'll do. Alright, I think you can see what I'm going to do with this. And I'll come back to you. And I've got a leveling tool in my hand. Right, it's time we got the file and knock the top off these frets. Okay, so all we're trying to do is get rid of the black Sharpie, and that is about all. And just the weight of the file will do it. I'll do a few passes and then I'll come back to you. It's not a lot of material we're taking off. Some of the frets I can already see that we've taken all of it off. Here's a stubborn one. Thinking a bit about the radius of the fretboard while I do this. Okay. And I think I've done it. Knock the black off all the tops. Ooh. Or maybe not this one. Maybe not the ones up here. I'll need a bit more attention up here. Okay, that was a lot of filing. Frets are in worse shape than I imagined. But how do we go now? Yeah, good, good. And up here. Good. Ooh, need the longer side. Good. Good. Yeah, I've taken so much off, geez. If there's any more problems, wow. I might just take a bit more off there, because I can just see a bit more black stuff right at the end. Okay. My last passes will be lighter and longer. There we go, that should just about do it. Now, let's get the crowning file out and see what we can do with that. Okay, crowning file. Crowning file, two sides, big side, little side. These are smaller frets, so we're going to use the little side and we will crown it. But what we're going to do, we're going to get some Sharpie and sharpen it up again, because we're trying to leave a thin black line in the middle there, but that is essentially what we're doing. Made it parallel. We have. Let's continue down the neck. Being a little bit conscious of the radius of the fretboard. Done that. And we've marked it up, but let's swap the sandpaper and polish it for later. After having levelled and crowned all the frets, now it's time for a bit of sandpaper action. Got 7 grits we're going to use, starting with the 600, moving up to the 3000. And what we're going to do is wrap it around our finger like so, and give it a bit of a sand for about a minute per grit. So, nice and lightly, but thoroughly. Getting all those tool marks out from the crowning file, because both the levelling file and the crowning file actually leave quite a few marks. So I should go end to end, into the middle, and then to the side. I'll repeat that. Start at the end. I'm in the middle. Make sure you get those end frets, eh? Now the fret ends on this guitar are pretty good, so I don't need to do much work there. Make sure you get those end frets, eh? Starting to look good already. You can see it's already removing a bunch of the tooling marks. Judging by that, we are getting we are getting some work done. So that's all I need for that one. I'll put that aside for later. Reusable, of course. Now start on number 800. Now that I'm up to 3000, the frets are getting pretty good and shiny. So just finishing it off here. And yep, most of the tooling marks are out of the top of the frets, side of the frets. Well, no one will know. No, in fact, it's pretty good. It's a whole lot better than the way it came, and that by itself would play like butter. Now it's time to polish the frets with our favourite rotary tool with the extension here and a little felt pad on there. Buy these cheap on Amazon. And what we're going to do is, of course, turn it on, stick it in the Jaws Rouge, put a fret board protector over there and do that. So let's do that on a couple of frets, eh? Turn him on. Oh, by the way, this stuff's messy. Put something under it. Okay, so that's all you need on a fret. I can see the difference between that one and that one. That one looks like perfection. This doesn't. There will be buffing compound left on there. I'll clean that up with a bit of naphtha or shellite later with the tape still on. But let's do another 20 frets. I've started polishing from this end up that way, and I've got up to here. What's that, fret 5 or so? And we have burnt out the pad here. So, well, I mean, it's going to wear out, but I was hoping I could get at least a guitar out of it. So I could put another one on, but there's something I want to try, and that is one of these. These are cheap and possibly more durable and on Amazon. I'll give it a go. I have no idea if it's a good idea or not, but I guess I'll find out pretty soon and I'll let you know. What do we think? Firstly, is it polished? Not sure about that. Really not sure about that. Let's give it a bit more of a go. Holy crap, it's destroyed. time to go and source some more polishing pads, I think. That's, well, I'm going to throw these out, aren't I? Do not buy. No good. I'll keep the box, of course. And I'll put my picks in there. POS. Having cleaned up some of that mess, let's see if we can clean up the nut with a bit of turpentine. Why terps? Because that's oil paint. So let's see if we can do it. It's working. It's making it a little more uniform, but it's not working. So, fine. It's a bit tinted. It's a vintage amber tint. Okay, time to naphtha the frets. Just get the rubbing compound off and then take all the tape off. Just a quick rubbing over, get the compound off. This stuff dries really quickly or evaporates. So I'm going to have to keep loading up the cloth. But yeah, shiny, shiny. Time for the big reveal. So my great idea, putting all this tape across the back, sort of negated by those, but this is what I mean. And what do I think? Oh, I think it looks fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Those frets are shining. 100% better than when they came here. Yeah, on closer inspection when I was filing them, there's a lot of file marks in there, but there aren't any more. It's a nice flat fretboard now. A little bit of residue in there, so we'll get rid of that. But that is fantastic. So that's all we've got for the fret level crowning and polishing. Turned out well. Doesn't take too long. Takes a few tools and a bit of patience. Only in about an hour or so once you know what you're doing.